So welcome back. So the lecture was got interrupted due to some technical error. So we'll see again that black body radiation. Okay. So the black body radiation is nothing but, so there is a one particular body, like it will absorb the all the radiation which falls on it and re-emit that radiations at all the wavelengths. Okay. So what is expected there? What is expected there? According to classical mechanics, the intensity should be constant for all the wavelength because we have incidenting all the radiations, and since it is a black body, so it will absorb all the radiations which fall on it. So we get the all we should get at the all wavelengths same intensity, but in actual practice we don't get that emission spectrum. But in actual practice we get the, like, one peak at particular for particular temperature. We can say that we get the peak at particular intensity at particular wavelength. Okay, so at particular wavelength we get the peak depending upon the various temperatures. Okay, so we have studied that emission spectrum at various temperature and we get the peak at particular wavelength. So it is contrast to our classical mechanics. Okay, contrast to our classical mechanics. So in order to explain this emissions phenomenon of our black body, the Rayleigh and Jeans has give the one law which is nothing but this. Okay, so based upon that, the emission intensity or emission energy depends upon the temperature and the wavelength power raised to 4. Okay, so that is the formula for the Rayleigh Jeans law, but this law is applicable for the higher wavelength. Okay, so you can say that this law is applicable at higher wavelength of our that higher wavelength of emission spectrum, but at lower range, another one law is there. Okay, Wien's law is there. Wien's law, WEINS. Okay, Wien's law is there. So by using this Wien's law, we can predict the this emission spectrum at the low wavelength. Okay, low wavelength it is predicted by using the Wien's law, and at higher wavelength it is predicted by the Rayleigh-Jeans law. So Max Planck's another one that we all know that Planck's constant is there. Okay, so Max Planck has introduced the certain parameter adjustable parameters. So both of these laws, that is Wien's law and Rayleigh-Jeans law, can be incorporated into this formula. So according to that Planck's law, we get the this smooth curve. Okay, and this curve is again depending upon the temperature. Okay, so this exponential power are there which will incorporating all this Planck's constant, light speed of light, wavelength, then Boltzmann constant, temperature. Okay, so all of this constant has been adjustable into this Planck's black body radiation law. Okay, Planck's black body radiation law. So Planck's gives the that particular equation. So Planck's found that the Planck's value of uh, constant, that is H, which is nothing but what, 6.626 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule second, and the experimental data could be reproducible. So Planck was able to derive the formula by assuming the energies of that oscillation of electron which giving rise to the radiations were proportional to the integral multiple of the frequencies. Okay, so Planck has given the well famous rule of that energy of our emission or absorption, so which is nothing but what, E is equals to n into h nu. Here this n value can be 0, 1, 2, 3 up to so on. Okay, but here we can see that energies are quantized energies, means energies cannot be have the in between values. So it will be the integral multiple of particular constant value which depends upon the frequencies. Okay, so depending upon that particular frequency we will get the emission or absorption at particular values only, and it is not a continuous spectrum. So as expected from the classical mechanics, we should get the continuous emission spectrum, but in actual practice we don't get the continuous spectrum, but we get the discontinuous spectrum. Discontinuous in the sense that at particular wavelength only we get the higher intensity. Okay, at particular wavelength. And here one conclusion is that, like, as we increases the temperature, the curve is shifting more towards the, okay, lower wavelength. So you can see that uh, from here to here, like lower, like 1000, 2000, 4000, 6000, 7000 Kelvin. So you can see that the peak intensity has been moved to the lower wavelength. Here wavelength is there, so peak intensity has been moved to the lower wavelength. So this famous rule is there, one that E is equals to n h nu, where n is the constant having the values of 0, 1, 2, 3, and h is the Planck's constant, well known constant, and nu is the frequency of our radiations. So this limitation of energy to the discrete value, okay, discrete value, not a continuous value, but discrete means discontinued values of energies gives the quantization of energy. So this is the first use of notation for the quantization of energy. So quantization, what do you mean by that quantization? So quantization is nothing but the situation where the physical quantities like position, energy and momentum can only have the certain discrete values. Okay, discrete means real values, but these values are discrete, okay, so different from one another. So these values are not continuous, but these are the discrete values. So one concept which will again comes into our mind is the what do you mean by the quantization. So the Bohr's model of atom give the quantization concept. So there is a one, okay, famous rule, like since electrons are like, we have seen this how that Bohr's model of atom has been developed and how it is based upon the various assumptions. So like one assumption is that electron is revolving around the nucleus, so it should have certain momentum, linear not linear, angular momentum. So based upon that he has derived this formula like mvr, that is momentum is equals to our that nh upon 2 pi, okay. So mass is m, v is the linear velocity, and r is the radius of orbital. So Bohr has postulated that the angular momentum, that is mvr, of an electron can have only the discrete values which will given by the this equation, okay. So mvr is equals to nh upon 2 pi. The above equation which was not given without any proof, okay. So quantization, okay, so quantization will depends upon the that number of our value of n, okay, n. So radiation which consisting of discrete packet of energy is called as a quanta, okay. We have seen this is a Latin word, so it is the basic unit of electromagnetic radiation. So one quanta means one unit of radiation. So why the phenomenon is misinterpreted by the classical mechanics, okay. So the classical mechanics considered an electromagnetic radiations as only the wave nature. However, the Planck has given that the radiations are made up of the concept called as a quanta, okay, quantum. One for one particle we can say quanta, and for multiple it is a quantum. So Planck was not considered the like in previous when he has predicted this theory, no one has taken seriously, okay. But after that once that like black body radiation or certain another phenomena are like, we are seeing that photoelectric effect or the heat capacity. So after all that phenomena has got well established and well understood, then they have understood the why that radiations having the dual nature, and how that Planck has predicted already that wave nature of radiations could not explain the various phenomena, okay. So Planck has already predicted the dual nature of our radiation, that is wave as well as particle nature, and then energy will of the particle will be in the discontinuous form, okay. Because for wave it should be continuous, but for particles it should be in discontinuous manner. So Planck has already proposed that energy can transfer only in the discrete amount, that is in the discontinuous amount, and this only happen if we consider the particle nature of a wave, okay, not wave, particle nature of a radiation, that is one quanta of radiation. So that is the black body radiation effect and the quantization concept, okay. So next part is the photoelectric effect, okay. We'll see that in the next lecture.